There's a lot of stories in here that are near and dear to my heart, but like I say, I tried to make these stories just relatable to anybody and everybody that reads the book. I wanted to make sure that anybody could get some wisdom and instruction from each and every one of these stories. I want this book to just encourage people to just kind of stop, slow down, take a step back, and ask themselves, who am I? What's my purpose? What am I good at? What am I not good at? Is there a dream that I need to be chasing? Is there something that I need to be more responsible about? Is there somebody in my life that I need to be, paying more attention to, and so forth and so on. I want it to be a thought-provoking book, and I don't want it to bog people down either. That's why we kept the stories fairly short. That moment it had come after a very dark time in my life, and I actually spoke about that in the book too, where I had basically just I had my priorities out of line prior to that moment, and I was very codependent on the girl that I had dated before I met Jennifer. And coming out of that dark time and finally being in a place where I could stand on my own 2 feet and I was okay with being single, that was when I met Jennifer. I had gone and I had spent some good quality time with her, and we were both single at the time, and I just never realized how many things that she and I had in common. And prior to that, we were in class together at Belmont, and we just kind of saw each other in passing, and I just thought we were so different from each other, but it turns out that it was just the opposite. And so this particular day, I like I say, the feelings had been developing for her for quite a while, but it just kind of came to a place that particular day where it was like I need to either say something to her and let her know how I'm feeling, or just stay away from her completely. It was more of, do I say something, and if so, how am I gonna do it? And so it was just one of those things where it's like it was hard to be around her because I had all of this welling up inside me. And I wanted to tell her so bad, but I didn't know how she was going to take it. And she was shocked and surprised when I told her. We found out that obviously, we both had feelings for each other, and we just really took it slow because she and I both had our heart broken prior to this. And so there was still some healing to be done. And so we just took it real slow. We got off on the right foot and did it the right way. I don't know, she hadn't said much about the book. She's told me that she's learned some things about me she didn't know before, and I keep waiting for the list. For me, writing the book was very therapeutic, and it was just fun for me to be able to look back on my life and tell, all these stories that I had been telling, just to people here and there. But to tell them and get these stories in a tangible form where the readers could, actually hold it and see it and smell it and everything. And not only that, it was fun for me to be able to honor the people that I learned from and grew from, and that, I'll be able to pass it down to my children and grandchildren too. So far, everybody's been, very complimentary about it. I'm sure there's going to be some negative coming from somewhere, but so I'm kind of bracing myself for that. But overall, everybody, seems to be, loving, the way it's been put together, and just the stories, the way it's set up, and just the nature of it. And so, ask me in a couple of weeks when people have had time to read it, and I'll probably have some stories to tell. I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of out of ideas because I've been working on a new record, been writing a lot for that, and just finished writing this book, and so I'm kind of written out right now. So I need to kind of take some time off from the writing thing to kind of see where we are. My hope is to get the record out sometime later this year, but like I say, what I hope for and what actually happens is sometimes two different things. But I'm about 9 songs into the new record. We're slowly but surely getting it done, and hope to have a song out on the radio this summer sometime. So fingers crossed. It's been a tough record to make because finding great songs has been a challenge for whatever reason, whether I wrote them or not. It's just been a challenge to find those songs that really showcase my voice in the best way, and songs that excite me and everybody in my team, and that we feel like, will just translate to the listeners and the fans. And so it's been, it's been a slow process. It's been a challenge, but I think it's finally starting to come together.